I played instruments when I was a kid. I always found it really fun to experiment with whatever instrument was around. My father had a huge collection of instruments, so I always played around with instruments when I was a kid. I think it affected my DJing in a way that I have a quite musical touch and a sense of rhythms beyond just the 4/4 beat. And yeah, I still do play keyboards in the studio, and I do a little bit of this and that, but I don't play like as much as I used to do. Out of Orbit was like my first label I ever started. It was a label I started back in 2004 for sort of an output project for my own music back then, which seemed to be in the middle of what was coming out on a lot of other labels, and didn't seem to be a room for that sound at the moment, so I started this label as an output for that. And eventually I think this sound died out, and that's when I started a new series called Reconnected, which the idea of Reconnected was to be quite anonymous and just have the sound like speak for itself. So I didn't actually put Martinez on the records, I just put Reconnected 1, Reconnected 2, and the song titles. So that was a kind of different project, which was 5 EPs that led up to one full-length album. My most important releases have been, I think it's hard to choose because they all have a special touch in your life, but my first releases on the Chicago-based label Guidance was quite important for me. It was like my absolute favorite label back then. I was still very young, I was like 17, 18. And yeah, just being able to release there sort of taught me a lot about the scene already at an early age. It was kind of important releases because I still can listen to them and feel where I was back then and how my approach to music was compared to how it is now. And yeah, I think that was quite important. And then starting my own label, the first release on my own label was an important step as well, and means a lot to me. And recently, I would say the last one on Moon Harbor Circus was a huge step to something different, which yeah, a lot of people seem to like, and it was a huge hit, so that was an important release as well for me. Remixing, like one of my absolute biggest moments was remixing Underworld. That was such a huge honor. It happened in 2007, was when they did the new album. They asked me to make a remix, and it was absolutely incredible opportunity, and one of the remixes I still listen to today and really feel touches me especially. It was really happy with that. My set tonight, you can expect to be taken on a long journey in house music, tribal rhythms, and techie sounds, minimalistic sounds, but all driven by a really pounding beat that really makes you want to dance.